Welcome to Antique Sprinklers. I have a couple of different stories to tell you today, and I am very excited to do it. And I've decided I'm going to start with the story of why I'm doing this video right now. Recently I put up a video featuring the Buckner 1-inch dual drive impact and wedge drive sprinklers. They were pretty old examples, one from the 40s, one from the 50s. And in it I referenced that Buckner made wedge and impact drives all the way up to 3-inch. And in the comments, a guy mentioned that he had a 3-inch giant irrigator called a dual drive. Buckner did just refer to them as giant irrigators. And not expecting anything, I said, I'd love to see that run someday. And about a day or two later, he put up a video showing a 3-inch Buckner dual drive running, and it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. This gentleman, his family has been involved in agriculture on Long Island since at least 1986. They had potato farms out there. They've converted to sod farms now, I believe. They have a dealership where they sell some Kifco water reels. And I got to talk to him, just super nice guy. And they bought a farm and about 2 years ago, and buried in the dirt on that farm with the kind of the tripod that supported it sticking out was a Buckner 73, and this thing weighs a ton and a half, but I want to pick it up so you get the scale of it. And the 73 has 3 nozzles. It comes standard with 1-inch in the range nozzle, and it has a wedge on it, and it also impacts the body right there. And so it's truly a dual drive sprinkler. It has a 3-inch female inlet. This is all bronze. From here forward, this is brass, the leper's bronze. And ambitiously, I was going to clean this guy up. It's funny how I got this one. I got it off of a property in New Jersey, and it was on a 3-inch steel riser about 10 feet in the air, and I had to gently get it down. I couldn't get it off the riser, so a guy with a sawzall helped me cut it off, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to get this little piece of 3-inch steel pipe out of the bottom. And so they also made a 2-inch model, which I have right here, and an 1.5-inch model. And these things are incredibly impressive when you see them run. So he had the one that he dug up on his farm, and it's amazing because he digs it up, unclogs some nozzles, connects it to his big pump. It's a vertical turbine, and the controls and motor are separate. It's very much an agricultural setup, and the thing just works, like from the start, after being underground. He mentions in the video that I'm going to show you that he's running about 80 psi. At 80 psi, this guy is putting out around 297 gallons a minute in a radius of 165 feet, or a wetted diameter of, makes a circle 330 feet. So for context, if that does not necessarily mean anything to you, or just to give you something to equate it to, if you put that sprinkler in the middle of the 50-yard line on a football field, the tips of the arc would hit the back of the end zone. The entire surface of the field, there might be a couple of scallops right at the goal line on all 4 corners. I'd have to draw the circle to be sure, but it would basically water an entire football field by itself. And the idea was manufacturers were trying to make sprinklers back then that would do a couple of acres all on their own. They were used in corn and a lot of other things. So the interesting thing to me is that's not the only one of those that this guy has. He has a model that they use watering a nursery, which must be a sight to see. And then on that property they purchased, there was also, pardon me, a 2-inch that is broken. It's not in good enough shape to run. I believe both my 2-inch and 3-inch would run if I could get my hands on a water source to run them on, which if you own a farm somewhere and have the means, let's talk. I have a lot of big sprinklers I'd like to run someday. So anyhow, this family, the Romanskis up there on Long Island, have a good business going there. It's funny to think of agriculture on Long Island, but as you get out to the eastern end, I mean, it was largely potato farms and things like that for many, many, many decades out there. And there's still a booming agricultural industry on that end of the island. And I'm very grateful to have the video. It came together very rapidly. A lot of people have said, hey, I've got this, I've got that. And when I tell them, I'd love to see it, you know, it tends not to go anywhere. And this guy, when you see the amount of 4-inch pipe he put together, the way he had to adapt to, you know, get water into the 3-inch giant irrigator, he went through a lot of trouble very, very rapidly. And, you know, it's not perfect. There were very old fittings on that sprinkler, and so there's a little bit of a leak at the bottom before it goes into the riser to the sprinkler. But it still performs incredibly well. And to give you a sense of the age of these guys, so the big 3-inch one I have here is a 72. This is a 71. The 1.5 inch was a 70. The patent covering this guy is from 1938. They changed model numbers sometime around 1950, in between 50 and 55, I think. So this one is, I'm going to date between 1939 and sometime in the early 50s. So it's probably 70 to 85 years old, say. And the same is true of the one you're going to see running. It has the same model number. It's a 72, and he shows that beautifully in the video. The video is well executed. You see the sprinkler clearly. And then this one, what's exciting about it is the patent that covers, pardon me, the 2-inch is from 1931, and it was a very early wedge drive from Buckner. And William Buckner holds both patents here. So they were both prior to his death in 1954. And so you've got a real survivor in this 2-inch that I'm going to say is from sometime in the 1930s and could be as much as 90 years old. So just fascinating. And you think about them constructing something huge out of brass and bronze back then. It's amazing. And the other thing I like to give scale on these sprinklers is to take the frost cap off of the 3-inch. And it fits nicely in the palm of my hand. It's huge. And look at the lever spring there. It's just, it's amazing. And if I'm not mistaken, I have no doubt that you can use this crown to adjust the tension on this spring. But that spring's massive, you know. And that would then affect the speed of rotation. It is a nice, huge, slow rotating sprinkler. It's going to allow water to percolate in nicely, which is good because it's putting out a deluge every time it runs. And so anyway, I'm just impressed. I never thought I would make a video out of these guys other than to show scale, you know, next to another sprinkler. But here we are. Many thanks to Tom Romanski for donating the video to me. And I really hope you enjoy watching it as much as I did. Thanks.
All right. So I dug this out of the weeds for you. It was literally buried in the dirt. The whole sprinkler head was in the ground. You can see this chock full of dirt here. And just say Buckner. It's got a grease fitting on it for the bearing. And it has a date. I don't know if that's a date or a model or whatever, but 672. This sprinkler probably hasn't been ran in probably 40 or 50 years, maybe 40. And I found all the fittings to get it to hook up, and we'll see what happens. 4-inch aluminum pipe, reduced down to 3-inch. This is our pump. This is about 80 psi with my makeshift fittings, but it's working. Does not. Oh, the bottom nozzle's plugged up. I'm gonna have to fix that. The wind is crazy here. Alright, we unplugged that bottom nozzle there. Here she is.